Hola, yo soy Kelly Brotherton, la directora de Escuela Willow Lake. Hello, I'm Kelly Brotherton. I'm the principal at Willow Lake Elementary School. Willow Lake is an elementary school in an urban district in Washington Township, which is located on the north side of Indianapolis, Indiana. We have just under 700 students, and we serve a very diverse population here, racially, ethnically, and socioeconomically. The purpose of the Dual Language Immersion program is to develop proficiency in both English and Spanish through a rigorous academic program that promotes bilingualism, biliteracy, and multiculturalism. Biliteracy is taught through transdisciplinary units with the opportunity to transfer knowledge, vocabulary, and key concepts from one language to another in what we call the bridge. The end goal is receiving a seal of biliteracy upon high school graduation and to utilize those post-secondary experience, which we know is a huge asset going into the workforce.
Our program here at Willow Lake is what we call a two-way dual language immersion program. And that indicates that students in the classroom come from backgrounds where students speak English only at home or families speak English only at home, and other students come from either Spanish speaking or bilingual homes. And so that is what it means by being a two-way dual language immersion, because those students are in the same classroom, about half and half. And the benefits of that is that they are able to be models of the language for each other, because the goal of the program is that students would become fully bilingual and biliterate in both English and Spanish, and that would be by at least 4th or 5th grade and then beyond. And another benefit of the two-way is that they are able to really embrace and appreciate the cultures of each other. Also, our program is 80-20, and that just indicates that starting in kindergarten, 80% of the day is spent in Spanish. So 80% of the instruction is in Spanish and 20% of the instruction is in English. And that English time is English literacy. And then we have in Spanish for the 80%, Spanish literacy, and then the other subjects. And the reason why we have chosen the 80-20 model is because students are immersed in the Spanish and they get a good foundation of Spanish in order to truly become bilingual and biliterate by 4th or 5th grade.
Mi nombre es Maribel Mendoza y mis hijos vienen aquí a la escuela Willow Lake. Son parte del programa Dual Language, en donde aprenden inglés y español. Como familia hispana estamos orgullosos de poder que nuestros hijos aprendan inglés y español en la escuela y no pierdan sus raíces. Una de mis hijas fue capaz de poder participar en una actividad donde ella leyó en español y se sintió muy orgullosa de ella misma, y nosotros como sus padres también, porque pudo ser capaz de leer en un evento donde había muchos niños latinos que no fueron capaces de participar por esta misma razón de no hablar el español.
In a regular day in the DLI program, students will be exposed to visuals, movements, vocabulary, different activities, concrete activities, so that they can approach the learning through experiential activity. Also, the students will have the opportunity to learn vocabulary and to place that vocabulary into context so that they can have meaningful interactions to develop the linguistic tool.
I like the DLI program because you get to meet a lot of new people that come from different places. Like, there are kids in my class that there's a kid in my class from Honduras. A lot of kids are from Mexico, so I get to learn about their different cultures.
I like the DLI program because you get to learn a new language and it's fun. And if somebody only speaks Spanish, you can help them.
A mí me gusta el programa de DLI porque puedo aprender español e inglés con mis amigos y puedo ser bilingüe.
Ahora, una de las partes más enriquecedoras del programa DLI es cuando nosotros trabajamos en el proceso que llamamos Bridge. ¿Pero qué es el Bridge? El Bridge es un tiempo instruccional en donde nosotros ponemos las dos lenguas, español e inglés, side by side, uno junto a la otra, para producir ese fenómeno cognitivo donde los estudiantes transfieren lo que aprendieron en español, lo transfieren al inglés. Por eso nuestro movimiento de Bridge es transferir lo que aprendí en español al inglés. De esta manera, los estudiantes hacen conexiones lingüísticas importantes y desarrollan los dos idiomas, español e inglés. ¿Cómo lo hacemos? A través de unidades transdisciplinarias. ¿Pero qué es esto? Este es nuestro contenido y nuestro contenido tiene ciencias, matemáticas, lenguaje, ciencias sociales y todo integrado se llama unidad transdisciplinaria.
So some families may be a little nervous to put their child in a dual language program, seeing as 80% of their day is in Spanish, and the thought of, will this impede their English skills or their development of English? And truly that is not the case, because the immersion experience actually enhances English language development, since the cognitive processes that come from the ability to read, such as understanding the relationship between the spoken language and the written word, transfer from one language to the other. So truly it enhances their English skills being in a dual language program. And this is the case for any student coming from an English-speaking home or a Spanish-speaking home.
There are a couple of things that we've seen with Emma, our daughter, who's in the program. One thing that I've been super impressed with is just how quickly she's picked up the language without losing any English language. So she is adopted, and so she didn't start speaking English until she was 2 or 3, and then she started DLI when she was 5. So that's a quick turnaround. And her ability to acquire English language, I think, has sped up. So she started doing DLI as well, and you know, her accent and all of that is really impressive for a child her age to be able to do all of that. I've been pleasantly surprised at how much Spanish she knows.
Cuando el niño aprende español, gana proficiencia en español. Y luego va a ser fácil transferir todo lo que sabe en español a inglés. Ese es uno de los beneficios del programa DLI para los niños que son aprendices de inglés. Ellos podrán desarrollar y no perder el español y desarrollar el inglés. So they will learn the Spanish, but at the same time, they will have the ability to translate that knowledge into language acquisition of a second language. In this particular case, English. So both elements are tied, L1 and L2 acquisition.
I would encourage any family considering our DLI program to come visit the school and see for yourself what an incredible program this is for all students.